The new sound in Thunder Bay, Con Radio rocks with the sounds of Avenged Sevenfold, Green Day, Pantera, Soundgarden, the sound from the pound, Con Radio, we rock.
Unsigned. Unsigned.
You're listening to Unsigned on Confederation Radio.
The sound from the pound.
Thunder Bay's only radio program featuring 100% unsigned talent from across the region. This week, Unbalanced. Welcome to another edition of Unsigned. I'm your host, Graham Francis. We're talking to the boys from Unbalanced today. So when did you guys sort of first get together as a band?
We first got together a long time ago. Me and Jarrett just wrote a lot of songs all over. We always wrote music together, and then eventually just ended up getting more buddies, and then we always wanted to keep a good relationship between each other. We never wanted to have like just good people who could play instruments but not have a good relationship as a friend, you know what I mean? So we wanted to make sure we really had good friends in the band.
Oh, of course, that makes it a lot easier. So how long have you been together with this lineup as it stands?
Oh god.
427 days. Just kidding. We've probably been together, what, a year or two now?
It's just like me and Jarrett have been writing music for so long, and it's just like all projects that we've like, it's like they all seem like one now.
How long we've been together is more or less of how long each person has stayed with the band, because we've had so many different people come in and out of the band and try new spots, but some things just don't work out. And so, like, obviously me and Taylor have been in the longest, and then Tyler, and then Ryan, and then Matt has just joined.
So it's more important to have good friends than, say, the best musicians you can find, right? I guess.
It's a matter of knowing, like, that we were good friends with these people and we wouldn't get screwed over by them, and we liked them, and it was fun to hang out with them, and they had the talents to put to use, and we're like, you know, why not? It's great fun to just jam out with your friends and write some stuff, and then just all worked out. Like, me and Matt have been friends since grade 7, and then, like, we always like fueled each other to get better as musicians, and the same thing with me and Taylor, and now me and Ryan, and Tyler's just always been good.
So is there anything different about the band that might set you apart from other bands in Thunder Bay?
Got 2 vocalists, it's a little different.
Yeah, we have 2 vocalists.
Yeah, not too many bands locally have 2 vocalists that are screamers, and we get some clean vocals in there, but that's usually featuring someone, because I can't sing, and yeah, but like a lot of bands that try to like mix in the melodic technical stuff with the heavy stuff, usually the transitions are choppy, and I find that Taylor, genius guitarist over here, makes it flow smoothly, and I don't know, his theory is really good.
All right, well, let's get to the first song we're going to hear by you guys tonight. It's called Dream Winter. What can you tell us about that?
The meaning behind Dream Winter is sort of like just being confused with a lot of stuff going on in your life, and like at one point, and even in your dreams, like sort of your Dream Winter, you're just really confused about a lot of things, and it's kind of like trying to find like a way to figure it out.
right, that is Dream Winter by Unbalanced, one of the songs we're listening today in the studio. Can you guys tell us a little bit about the writing process that you go through when creating your music?
I write most of like the instruments, and then Ryan will also write part of the instruments as well. And then once we usually have like a good structure of something, like we'll send it back and forth and like keep adding ideas onto it.
It's not just one person writing each and everything. Like we're like, we ask each other, you know, do you think this sounds cool? And we say, hey, this would sound good there.
And then once we're all happy with it, Jared will do lyrics for that part.
Yeah, I write most of the lyrics, and then Ryan will help me out, and we just fit the lyrics to the music and make it all work.
Well, it's definitely a group effort then, with everybody helping out. All right, let's get to another song. This one's called Vanguard. What can you tell us about this one?
The meaning behind Vanguard is actually a pretty funny story. We had an old singer a long time ago that screwed us over, stole a bunch of money, and so he wrote some of it, so we thought it would be cool if we like made the song about him. Like it's not in a bad way, but it's just about how much respect we lost for him, and he just wasn't a good person, so it was pretty good fuel for lyrics to come from.
Favorite
All right, Vanguard by Unbalanced. We'll be right back.
The new sound in Thunder Bay. Con Radio rocks with the sounds of the Black Keys, Linkin Park, Avenged Sevenfold, the sound from the pound. Con Radio. We rock.
All right, we're back in the studio with Jarrett, Taylor, Tyler, Ryan, and Matt from Unbalanced. What genre would you guys put your music in?
I'd just say we're just metal because we do a lot and stuff. And it's pretty much
It's
it.
loud, it's heavy.
Yeah.
We hit a lot of different aspects of different genres. Like we have melodic parts that are really technical and just like really flow, and then we have some really heavy parts that are slow and like deathcore, and then we've got his vocals that are pretty like death metal like, and then we've got some hardcore riffs and we've just got some metal riffs, and we mix a lot together, so it's kind of hard to give it one specific genre.
Yeah.
So what kind of bands do you listen to then that might give you, influence and inspiration?
Veil of Maya, Born of Osiris.
Yeah, like vocal-wise, a big inspiration for me that I try to sound like is the vocalist from Born of Osiris. That's just because I find he's very unique with the timing that he lays in his lyrics and what he writes about and how his screams are. And like, I don't try to be like him, but like, I'm influenced by the way he writes, and so that helps me along my way of writing. And like we all kind of have our own sort of thing that we're influenced by. Like we don't really sound much like one or a few bands. Like it's each of us differently. That's what's so unique in the local music scene, is because, like I said, we all have our different aspects that we are influenced by. We just put it together.
I honestly think that we don't sound like any other band that's out there. I think we're completely a different genre, if you could say that.
Well, whatever it's called, it sounds good to me. There's some more Unbalanced with Monuments. right, that's Monuments by Unbalanced. Hey, listen, I know it's a lot of fun to be in a band. You guys must have a story or two you might want to share with us.
This one time when we were jamming out in Tyler's basement, I remember we were just joking around, like going hardcore, just dancing around like nuts, and then Jarrett spread his legs too wide and then his pants ripped. And his pants ripped so loud that we heard it like over the drums, like everything. Like it was that bad. That was a good time.
Oh, sounds pretty cool. What about live? Anything like that happen live?
I remember our first show, I drank a little more than I meant to, I guess, and I unplugged my guitar 3 times back when I was a guitarist, and like there's videos of us, you can't hear me playing, and I'm just going all hard, and nothing's happening. I was an idiot.
Well, it could have been worse. We got to take a short break. We'll be right back with Unbalanced here on Unsigned.
The new sound at Thunder Bay, Con Radio, rocks with the sounds of Stone Sour, Linkin Park, Green Day, Five Finger Death Punch, the sound from the pound, Con Radio, we rock.
All right, and we're back with Unbalanced on Unsigned. So how you guys making out on the local music scene? You playing lots, getting lots of gigs? How's it going?
The local music scene, there's a lot of opportunities to play. It's just more or less of the band being ready for it and having the time available to do the show. There's a couple bands that are, I guess, metal like us and stuff, like Fragments and the Vilification are generally bands that we usually play with on metal shows that come touring through Thunder Bay, but it kind of depends on the promoter, who you're talking to play the show, and what band is headlining the show for you to play. But there's mostly, Thunder Bay is mostly a metal scene.
So what about around the area, you know, playing out of town, stuff like that?
I'm sure there's opportunities to play out of town. We've just never been asked. Like, we don't have the connections yet. But I've personally have been looking really forward to playing out of town and possibly going on a tour. You know, it's been a dream of mine for a while now, so that would be great.
Well, that'll all come in time for sure. So apart from getting some more gigs locally and in the area, where do you see the music heading from here?
I personally don't know. For the longest time, it's just been me. Writing music is a fun thing, but as of right now, it's just starting to get more serious, it seems. So kind of just winging it, you know, seeing how everything feels.
And you don't quite have enough songs for an album, I guess, but that's really the next plan, the next phase in line?
We got 7 fully done right now. Well, we should touch up a little bit of one, and then we're working on 2 new ones, so almost enough for an album. We've got quite a few songs. Good enough for a set list.
I'd like to get an album out there, but it's all a matter of time.
Yep, it's all about time. Time is all we have. Speaking of time, though, we have to take one more quick short break, and we'll be right back with one more song from Unbalanced on Unsigned.
The new sound in Thunder Bay Con Radio rocks with the sounds of Five Finger Death Punch, Hailstorm, Linkin Park, Rush, Sound for the Pound, Con Radio. We rock!
And we're back with Unbalanced on Unsigned. Unfortunately, the boys had to leave in a real hurry. Something about a double-parked band bus or something. But they did leave us with one more tune. This is To the End by Unbalanced. You've been listening to Unsigned on Confederation Radio.
The sound from the pound.
And we'd like to thank Jarrett, Taylor, Tyler, Ryan, and Matt for stopping by and chatting with us. So don't forget, if you're a local musician in the Thunder Bay area, you could be a band, you can be a solo artist. As long as you've got original material, we'd like to hear it. We'd like to share it with everybody out there. So get in touch with us. And don't forget to tune in next week, because you never know who you're going to hear here on Unsigned.
Unsigned. Unsigned.
Unsigned is a production of the radio and television broadcasting program at Confederation College in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. If you'd like to find out more about the program or how to become part of it, please visit our website at confederationc.on.ca. The opinions expressed in the program do not necessarily reflect those of Confederation College or its board of directors.
The new sound of Thunder Bay, Con Radio, playing the hits, Katy Perry, Ed Sheeran,
white lips, pale face, breathing in
the Lumières,
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life.
And fun.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw.
The sounds of the town, Con Radio.